our last series on subject-verb agreement. This is our last series, that is the lesson 6. That is the last series on subject-verb agreement, key principles. We are taking the last slot. Now, we look at principle O. What does it say? With words that indicate portions. If you are going with these words that indicate portions, like percent or percentage, fraction, part, majority, sum, all, none, remainder, and so on and so forth. If you are going with these words that indicate portions, look at the noun. Look at the noun. That is the subject. Look at the noun in your of. Look at the noun. Look at the noun in your of phrase. If you have the of phrase, look at the noun that you are going to see in the of phrase. Look at the noun there. This is of phrase of the. Look at the noun that you are going to see in that of phrase. That is object of the preposition. Okay? The object of the preposition. This is the preposition. This is the object. To determine whether to use a singular or plural verb, you have to look at the noun in front of your of phrase. This is the of phrase. Look at in front of it, in front of it, in front of it. As you are going to look at the noun in front of it, to determine whether you are going to use singular or plural verb. To determine whether to use a singular or plural verb. If the object of the preposition is singular, use a singular verb. If the object of the preposition is plural, use the plural verb. We are going to illustrate that. Examples. Look at it. 70% of the cake of this word is the noun, the phrase of the preposition. The object of the preposition of the is cake, and this cake is singular. So you are going to use a singular verb. Has. That's why we say has. Despite the fact you say 70% of the cake of the cake has gone. Now you see the version of it, the another version of it. 70% of the cakes, you say, have gone. Cakes, you use a plural verb. You use a plural verb. That's why you say cakes have gone. 70% of the cakes have gone. But 70% of the cake has gone. Okay? 70% of the cake is bad. 70% of the cake was. 70% of the cake goes. 70% of the cake is. But you say 70% of the cakes are, were, have. Okay, let's go to example 2. 1/10 of the city. 1/10 of the city. So when you say, we say, look at the noun in your of phrase. The of phrase, look at the noun, that is object of the preposition. Object of the preposition to determine whether to use that. 1/10 of the city. The of phrase, look at the noun there. The city, singular, is unemployed. 1/10 of the city is unemployed. But look at it. 1/10 of the people are unemployed. 1/10 of the people are unemployed. Let's go to example 3. All of the paper. All of the paper. The paper is singular. That is the object of the preposition following the object of the preposition of the paper is stolen. But you see, all of the papers are stolen. All of the papers are stolen. All of the paper is stolen. Look at the next one. Some of the drink determine whether to use singular. Look at that. Some of the drink is missing. Some of the drink is, but you see, some of the drinks are missing. Some of the drinks are missing. Some of the drinks are missing. Let me give you some other examples that you can take. You say, none of the garbage was picked up. None of the garbage was picked up. But you can say, look at, if that garbage, that word there, garbage, is plural, then you say, none of the sentences were punctuated. None of the sentences were punctuated correctly. But you can say none of the sentence is. None of the sentence is. None of the sentences were punctuated or are punctuated correctly. Look at this. Of all her books, you see, of all. The proposition of coming with the noun books. None have sold as well as the first. Of all her books, none have sold. None have sold as well as the first. As well as the first. So we look at the last part of our subject-verb agreement. Let's go through that again. We say principle O, rule O, with the words that indicate portions. What are the words that indicate portion? Percent, percentage, fraction, part, majority, some, all, none, remainder, and so on and so forth. If you have these words that indicate portions, look at the noun in your of. The noun in your of phrase. Of the, this is a phrase. If you look at of the, check the noun there. To know whether to use singular or plural verb. If the object of the preposition, if the object of this of the preposition is singular, use a singular verb. The object of this preposition cake is singular, we use has, singular verb, or is, or was, or comes. If the object of the preposition is plural, use a plural verb. Cakes have. 70% of the cake has. 70% of the cakes have. 1/10 of the city is. 1/10 of the people are. All of the paper is stolen. All of the papers are. Some of the drink is missing. Some of the drinks are missing. So that's the end where we draw the curtain on subject-verb agreement. Please, if you like our video, share, subscribe, and give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to support our community-based adult literacy program. If you can support in raising structures, because we are using rented apartments. If you can support in any structure, raising any structure for us, please contact us. If you can support in supporting our students, sponsoring our students, or donating materials, learning materials, please, we will welcome that. Share, subscribe, and give us a thumbs up.